Woo! What's going on, guys? Orange Storm coming at you guys today with another video. In today's video, we're going to do the big game, the traditional American Thanksgiving Day game. Buffalo Bills coming to the Ford Field against our Detroit Lions. This is the preview. The 7-3 Bills, second in the AFC East, to the 4-6 Detroit Lions, second in the NFC North, Week 12. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy American Thanksgiving to all you guys out there. Wish I could join you. Just can't do it. I wish I could be at this game. Just not happening. But happy Thanksgiving to all my American friends and subs. I hope you guys have a good time. Safe. Eat a lot of food. Drink a lot. Don't get in your cars. Do not drink and drive. Have fun. Be safe. Let's get down to this game, guys. It's the Week 12 annual Thanksgiving Day game. Tradition. 3 games on the docket today, but the big ones, the Detroit Lions playing the Buffalo Bills, Week 12. Let's get the injury report right away. Center Mitch Morse for the Buffalo Bills has an elbow and ankle, did not practice. He is questionable. Defensive end Gregory Rousseau has an ankle, did not practice. He is officially out. Linebacker Tremaine Edmonds, a good one there too. Has a groin and a heel, did not practice. He is out as well for the Buffalo Bills. Quarterback Josh Allen, stud quarterback, right elbow, limited practice. He will be a go, but he is banged up. Cornerback Kaiir Elam, ankle, full practice. He doesn't even have an injury designation. He will be going. Defensive end AJ Espinoza, guys, has an ankle problem too. He was full practice, kind of limited during the week. He's doubtful. Safety Jordan Poyer, elbow, full practice. He's good to go. Offensive tackle David Quisenberry has an ankle, full practice, good to go. Cornerback Cam Lewis, forearm, full practice, good to go. And then safety Damar Hamlin's a pretty good one too. Has a neck problem, but he was a full go. He will be playing on today's game, the Thanksgiving Day game. Now let's go to the Lions injury report. Center Evan Brown has an ankle, did not practice. He will be out. Defensive end Charles Harris missing another game. Groin, did not practice, out as well. Guard Jonah Jackson, another big loss. Concussion, did not practice. He is out as well. Another huge one. Quarterback Jeff Okudah, concussion, did not practice, out as well. Defensive end Josh Pascal, the rookie, the second round rookie with the knee, did not practice, out. So a couple key guys being out here, especially Jonah Jackson, Jeff Okudah, and the seeing Josh Pascal not playing is pretty big too as well, and Hart and Harris. So we got some guys that are going to be missing, and it's going to hurt today. Wide receiver DJ Chark with an ankle, full practice, he's a go. Center Frank Ragnow, foot, limited. Then he went to full practice by the end of not the end of the week, because it was only Wednesday was their last practice, but he's good to go. And the wide receiver Josh Reynolds has a back, limited practice kind of all week, questionable today. We'll see what happens there. Then linebacker Malcolm Rodriguez, elbow, he's full practice, good to go. And the running back DeAndre Swift with that ankle and shoulder injuries, he's full practice, he's good to go as well. So a couple guys missing, and they did elevate a couple guys off the practice squad. They elevated for the first time of the year. Linebacker James Houston, guy that Brad Holmes drafted in the 6th round this year, and first time I think making it to the 53-man roster. We'll see what happens here. And then center Ross Pierschbacher got called up from the practice squad as well too, because Evan Brown is going to miss this game as well. Let's go to the rankings. We'll start off with the Buffalo Bills. We'll do the offense first. They're 427.8 total yards on offense, puts them at second in the league. Passing yards, 283.4, puts them at third in the league. They rush the ball pretty well too, 134 yards, puts them at ninth in the league. They score 28.1 points per game, that puts them at number 2. And they convert their third downs. They're 50% converting third downs at the first downs. That puts them at second in the league. Overall, they're the number 2 offense in the NFL. It's a great offense with Josh Allen, Diggs, a solid running game. So they're a really good offense. Puts them at number 2 overall. Now the Lions still got a really good offense. Total yards, 377.6. Total yards per game puts them at 7th in the league. Passing yards, 233.8, puts us at 11. Rushing yards, 132.8, puts us at 10th in the league. We score 25 points a game. That puts us at 8th in the league. And we convert third downs into first downs at a 40.7%. That puts us at 16th. That's probably middle of the pack right there. Got to work on those, but it's kind of been like that all year. Overall, though, we're a 6th ranked offense in the NFL. Still a really, really good offense, a great offense that can score a lot of points. So that's really good. And then so on to the defense. Start with the Bills. Total yards, 346.2 yards total. They give up, puts them at 13th in the league. You can pass a little bit on this team. They give up 220.8 yards per game. That puts them at 20th. They have a pretty good rushing defense, 106.6 yards per game rushing. That puts them at 8th in the league. And then points per game, they give up about 17. I think it says 17. My writing's terrible. I think I wrote 17.4. That puts them at 5th in the league. So they have a pretty good lockdown defense right there. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the Giants' defense a bit, bend but don't break. And then they're 40% at third downs, converting it to first downs against them. That 40%, so it puts them at 14th, a little bit better than average. Overall, they're a 13th ranked defense in the NFL. A really solid defense, a top-notch defense. Not top 10, but very, very close to a top 10 defense. Not elite by any stretch, but a really good defense. In the Lions, we're getting better we are getting better, this Detroit Lions defense. We're taking the ball away lately. We're stopping. We're forcing teams to punt. The turnovers are huge, though. That's what's really big, and we'll get into that in a bit. Total yards against, 427.3 yards, plus still at 32. Passing yards, 262.2 yards against, puts us at 28th. Rushing yards, 153.7, puts us at 31st. Points against, 28.2, still at 32. And then teams are converting third downs into first downs against us at a 50% rate. That puts us at 32nd in the league. Still a bottom of the barrel defense. And overall, we're still a 32nd ranked defense, even though we've played much better the past 3-4 games. We have. Turnovers, that's what we're doing, and we'll get into that in a bit. But this Bills roster is really nice, man. Quarterback Josh Allen, you know who he is. Backup Case Keenum. Actually been a Lions killer, Case Keenum, over the years. But Josh Allen is a problem. Running back, Devin Singletary and James Cook are pretty much their two running backs there. They don't blow you out of the water, those two guys, but they are very, very solid running backs, and they can cause a problem. Cooks, they seem to be getting a little more comfortable with James Cook too. But they can run the football pretty decently. Wide receivers, Stephon Diggs, one of the best in the business. Gabriel Davis, a solid one. Then they got Isaiah McKenzie. Pretty much there are three guys that we should be looking for today. Those are the three guys that can cause some problems. And then tight end Dawson Knox, a pretty solid tight end. And then O-lineman Deion Dawkins at left tackle. Left guard Roger Saffold. Center Mitch Morse. If he's not going, it would be Greg Van Roten. And then right guard is Ryan Bates. Right tackle Spencer Brown. So not the greatest O-line there, but they do a pretty good job protecting Josh Allen. He likes to run around a lot too, though. But they run the ball pretty well with that O-line too as well. And it's not a top O-line, but it's a really good O-line, I think. And the defense, D-line, Von Miller, the seasoned vet, won a couple Super Bowls. He's over here. He's over here in Buffalo now, and he's still getting it done. He's still getting to the quarterback. Gregory Rousseau, we'll see if he plays today. Defensive tackle, Daquan Jones. Defensive end, Boogie Basham, a young kid. Defensive end, AJ Espinoza. Doesn't look like he's going to be going. I think he's doubtful. Defensive tackle, Jordan Phillips. And then defensive end, Shaq Lawson. Defensive tackle, Ed Oliver, another high pick. They can get to the quarterback. They can do a lot of good things for this team. Then linebackers is a guy that look out for today, Matt Milano. Really solid linebacker. Trey Edmonds. We'll see if he's a full go. And then Tyrell Dodson and Terrell Bernard. Pretty two really good linebackers in Milano and Edmonds, and then the rest, kind of good fillers. And then the DB safety, DeMar Hamlin, I like that kid. Cornerback Teron Johnson, cornerback Dane Jackson, safety Jordan Poyer, veteran, can still get the job done. Safety Jaquan Johnson, cornerback Christian Bedford, and then safety Cam Lewis. So that kind of takes care of their roster right there. Let's talk about the Lions offense versus this defense, versus the Bills defense. Now, I think, there's we can expose this defense a little bit. It's not a top-notch defense by any stretch, but it's ranked 13th overall. They do a lot of good things. They can get to the quarterback. They get some turnovers. They're a little bit easier to pass on, I would say, than they are to run on. You're still going to run the football to beat this team, though. You're going to want to have to keep, this offense is going to want to run the ball, obviously, because they're going to want to keep Josh Allen off the field as much as they can. You don't want Josh Allen on this field for very much longer. You're going to try to take down that time of possession. It's going to be tough, though. But you can pass on these guys a little bit. But like I said, they don't let a lot of teams score. They give up less than 18 points a game as a team. So that's going to be tough. It was just like last week. Last week it was like you got to score on these guys early and often. And, the whole thing was, make Daniel Jones throw. It's not kind of like that this game. You don't want to make Josh Allen throw because he's superior at it. He is banged up, though. He hasn't played great football the past few weeks. He had a little bit more of a cleaner game last week against the Cleveland Browns in Ford Field because of all that weather stuff going on. Because he can run, he can pass, he does everything. But he is prone to making mistakes, Josh Allen. He is a gunslinger. He will make mistakes every now and then. Now, if he's on, he's on. If he's off, he's off. It just all depends. But he is banged up. So that's a good sign for the Lions. He hasn't been playing good football for 3 to 4 weeks. He hasn't. He's been giving up he's been giving up the ball a lot with interceptions. The team has been giving up some balls, fumbles, whatever. And they just need to be really careful with Josh Allen because he did have a little bit a better game last week. Only threw for 1 touchdown, though, against the Browns. It's just it's his elbow. He's not 100%. So, we're getting the Bills at a good time. He's getting healthier, but he's not 100%. Nobody really is at this point anyways. So that's what you got to do. You still got to try to run the ball, even though they shut down that run pretty solid. We have a really good running game. We got a really good O-line. Should be a good battle in the trenches for this offense. Run the ball. Try to score on this team as much as you can. I feel like the only way we're going to win this game is by a shootout. I don't think we're going to stop this offense of the Buffalo Bills. Now let's talk about now let's talk about, what we got to do defensively. You kind of have to hope and pray with this Buffalo Bills offense. They do a lot of things great, man. They're an overall top 2 offense in the NFL. They throw the ball well. They have a quarterback that can throw, who's huge, and who can run. So pick your poison with Josh Allen. He's gonna do both to you. They're gonna score a bunch of points on you. They're just a fantastic offense. You got Stephon Diggs, Josh Allen, Devin Singletary. You got James Cook, the rookie. You have Dawson Knox, Gabriel Davis. The line is pretty decent. So it's just gonna be tough. You're just gonna have to hit him often, Josh Allen. Somehow stop this running attack. It's not a great running attack, but they do run. They are a top 10 combination wise. So they do a lot of good things on offense. It's going to be really tough for this team, especially with guys like, especially with their injuries, man. With Okudah being out, I'm petrified on who's going to be on Stephon Diggs today. Is it going to be who is it going to be? Is it going to be Jerry Jacobs? Is it Amani Oruwariye? God forbid. It's that guy. I'm guessing it's going to be Jacobs. I don't really know what's going on here. You're going to see some guys elevated. You're going to see some guys playing that probably, you're going to see maybe some Chase Lucas in there. Not saying he's going to be on Stephon Diggs, but it looks like he's not even on the injury report right now, and he's been on the injury report for the past few weeks. He hasn't even played or practiced or suited up, so we need some help, man. Stephon Diggs and then Gabriel Davis too. He's no slouch either. He's a big wide receiver, a big body who can fly down the field. He can get up. So this secondary is in for a work. The secondary is in for a work. We are literally going to have to attack Josh Allen. This D-line is going to have to play out of their mind. Aleem McNeil is going to have to get a push. Hutchinson's going to have to get to the quarterback. The other, are they bringing in James Houston today because are they trying to get a pass rush going? They have to do something, man, to kind of stop this Bills offense, which is top 2 in the league, second overall. They're just a fantastic offense. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, man. For me, I felt the same way last week about Barkley. It was like if you stop Barkley, you have a shot. Now this is the same thing. You stop Josh Allen, you have a shot. I just don't see how they're going to do it, especially with the key injuries with the Kuda being out, and who's going to be on Diggs, man? Who's going to be on Gabriel Davis? It's going to be tough. It's going to be really, really tough. But I got the Lions losing this one. I got the Lions losing 27-20. I think we can score we can score a little bit on this team. We still have a potent offense. Even though there's some things I don't like about this offense, it's still potent. It's still a really good offense. They're still scoring. They're still doing things that are really nice in this offense. But this defense of the Bills, like I said, kind of a bend but don't break. They'll give up some yards. They'll give up some yards, but then they'll kind of shut it down in the red zone. But it was the same thing last week with the Bills, man. They were that bend but don't break, but they got in the end zone when they could, and that was key to winning that game. Now this is a whole different element of an offense. So they do everything well, and they got a fantastic quarterback, probably the second best quarterback in the league, in my opinion. Him and Patrick Mahomes are 1 and 2. Flip a coin. So that's what I kind of feel about this offense. It'll be a tough game, but I think we're losing 27-20. It's still going to be a good game. Hopefully we get a chance to win it at the end. I'm hoping we win in general, but I just don't see it, guys. But that's the video, guys. That's the preview for the Thanksgiving Day game. Happy Thanksgiving. Everybody be safe. Everybody be good out there. Don't drink and drive. Thanks a lot for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button in the bottom right. Don't forget to hit the notification bells. Get all my videos. Don't forget to like, comment, share this out. What do you guys think, man? Buffalo Bills. It's going to be a tough one, man. Go Lions, one pride. Boom.